Hey guys, we're back doing the Café 420 Bible study and Torah tours. We're opening up our Greek Bible today. Just know that it's a Greek translation. The original Hebrew translation in the original Hebrew manuscript is actually the Torah and the Tanakh. Since we're going through Matthew 7 with the truth about serving our God, the aroma, the daily bread, and fasting and praying, that's what Jesus Christ taught us to use his name in Greek. But Emmanuel's name is a man of God, and if you read the manual, you know what his name is because we went back to the original Hebrew manuscript, the Torah. So, are we wise? Are we foolish? Are we like Job, who sends a burnt offering because he speaks the truth about God? Or are we Eve, who speak foolishness and have no idea what the branch can do for you? So wisdom is like honey, and I just saw on Facebook somebody wrote, God did not give us a spirit of fear. And I'm like, I texted back, wisdom is the fear of God. Fear the one who can take you after you're done on this life and throw you into one fire or the other fire. And then fearing God is wisdom. So when people says do not have a spirit of fear, yeah, you're supposed to not fear one, but fear the other. So, the wise and the foolish builders. Where do you go to get all your building materials to build the temple of God inside? Home Depot, of course. Home Depot. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine in their inside and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on a rock. The rock is a spiritual rock. It is the aroma of Christ. It is spiritual milk. The rain, manna came down. The streams, the blood streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation in Hashem, in the temple offerings. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand, not on the grain of heaven, not on the brain and thoughts of God, and not on the food for thought. The rain came down, God, and the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash. When Jesus had finished saying these things, the crowds were amazed at his teaching because he taught as one who had authority and not as their teachers of the law. So one, nobody teaches the law. Two, in the law you'll find out how to serve God. I speak as one who has been given the authority because I've been raised to life again, from my flesh to my spirit, from my stomach to my mind. And I've opened up my heart and I've opened up my mind to the idea that cannabis is good for us because we found peace in the land of Cana. So we are wise like Job, and we burn incense like we actually honor our God. And Job's wife said, hey, why don't you just curse God and get it over with? And then Job says dutifully, honey, you speak foolishness. And at that point, at the end of Job, God says to him, he's mad at the three friends because they did not speak the truth like his servant Job. If you're God's servant, then you know what he likes to eat. An aroma that is satisfying, pleasing, and food. His name is Hashem. His offspring is Cana.